what this is a knife sharpening pop-up. And I've been asked to carve a roast beef for a photo shoot, and I sort of had a look at the knife and it wasn't very sharp, so it's an opportunity to tell you about sharpening knives. And first of all, most of you would have at home one of these round steels that usually comes in a case. It's sort of an older case that's probably worn, that you've used for sharpening knives forever. And it looks a lot like this, or it's slightly smaller and probably rougher than that. And this is the kind of steel that we use in the store. And you'll see it's flatter, much smoother, and it's grooved a bit. And this is, you probably have knife blocks at home, or Henkel knives or Swivel knives or whatever, and you spent fortunes on knives, and you have all knives for every occasion, and you got fish boning knives, and you got these knives and that knives, and so. But truthfully, I worked for many years as a butcher, and I only ever used 2 knives. And the odd time, a third knife, a slicing knife. And I don't think I have one here to show you, but it's the sort of long, flat knife. It's a long, flat knife with little scallops on the edges in order that the meat doesn't stick to the knife. But anyway, the problem with this steel probably costs about $20. This steel costs $150. And your Henkel knife there might cost you also $150. And it's so much better, the moral of the story here, it's so much better to spend your money on a beautiful steel and not so much on your knife. This is the main character in the play. So using this, it removes chunks of metal from the blade of the knife. It's the easy, quickest, sort of dirtiest way to sharpen a knife, but it's not kind to a knife, whereas this one is. We make profit on these in the store. We make no profit on these, and I urge you to buy these. I'm not crying. I'm not looking for sympathy, but be kind to your knives and get one of these, especially if the occasion shortly for Father's Day. Now, what I do, a long time ago, I used to sharpen knives like you see most people, like this, until I realized that all the scars on my hand were from missing the little protective part on the steel, which is chipped off here, probably from people doing that. So what I do, I sharpen the knife away from me. I've never used Band-Aids since, at least sharpening knives. So you sharpen it away from you, and you do it on an angle of about 15 to 18 degrees. That's what that is. I could measure that, but that's what it is. And you do it away from you one side, then the other, and you, like that. Except we're not going to use that steel anymore. We're going to go and buy one of these, especially for Father's Day. And we're going to make a beautiful sharp knife. And you'll see it has, I don't know if you can hear on this video, but that has a different sound. Listen to this one. Listen to this one. That's the sound you want. Okay, bring on the roast. And you let the knife do the work rather than you. Just let the knife, just like a handsaw. Beautiful meat, nicely marbled piece of meat. This is the other end of the roast of beef that your mom told you never to come home with, but it happens to be the most tender end. This is the last cut. The chuck end of a prime rib is the most tender one to buy. There you go.